My name is Sue Lee. I'm an associate professor in the Department of Food Science and Human Nutrition. I do sensory science related research, which means basically I do a lot of taste testing. Part of my research comprises of identifying and characterizing picky eating. We'll be talking about research that's been done in my lab group on picky eating. We'd like to phrase it as developing healthy, independent eaters rather than research on picky eating. This research comprises of a group of many people, including Dr. Sharon Donovan, myself, past researchers Mandy Bo-Quinn, Amy McGinnis, and then Virginia Lucchini. So what influences picky eating? There's a lot of factors, and we're able to identify 4 major categories of influence to picky eating, which are environment, peers, genetics, and parents. Environment, for example, would be media influence or home or school or daycare settings. Kids learn from their environment. Peers, of course, kids are always aware of what are my friends eating, and of course they do what their peers do. Genetics, there's different components of genetics that influences picky eating, like personality and taste preferences. You can be born to be very sensitive toward bitterness, and which case then you would shy away from bitter foods. Personality, as you're developing into an independent being, then you might want to exert more independence, and that could be perceived by parents or teachers as being picky. Parents, of course, would be a huge influence as a role model of what they eat, and then, of course, how they react toward different foods. Parents use a lot of different mealtime strategies to develop their children to become an independent eaters. However, their strategies may not always be a positive strategy that brings out positive outcome. So the objectives of today's lecture is to discuss how we, the researchers, have employed different methodology, qualitative and quantitative, to assess picky eating, characterize, identify, define, and also how parents and other factors influence picky eating. So environment, parents, and mealtime strategies. Through the use of quantitative online concept analysis called conjoint analysis, we have found that people do not perceive picky eating in the same way, and they don't classify children or adults as picky eaters in the same way. In our findings, we found that there are 4 broad categories of perceived picky eaters, and they're characterized by these 4 behaviors. So before mealtime behaviors, during mealtime behaviors, general mealtime preferences, and sensory dependent preferences. So before mealtime behavior would be the food will be served, what will be served. During mealtime behaviors would be how they react during the mealtime. General mealtime preferences would be the preferences toward certain foods or the way it is served. And then sensory dependent preferences would be very specific to what type of taste or flavor they would prefer. In our next line of study, we actually observed the kids at home during the actual mealtime and used a home use test type of procedure. And we found that there are differences in how parents assess the children as they perceive their child as either picky eater or non-picky eater. What we found from parental responses is that picky eaters eat significantly lower amount of varieties compared to non-picky eaters. And when we did a survey with the parents, we found that 75 out of 140 foods, mainly in the categories of fruits, vegetables, and protein sources, were consumed much less in the picky eaters than non-picky eaters. Also, parents of picky eaters use more mealtime strategies than non-picky eaters, which is logically, it makes sense. For example, the strategies that they would use would be offer sweets or snacks as reward for eating foods that they would like the children to eat, for example, vegetables or fruits, or allow the child to choose whatever food they would want and serve them in a customized way apart from what the rest of the family is being served. Also pressure to eat. If you don't eat this, then you won't get that. So opposite to reward, more like a punishment. But all of the strategies that I just described are not positive in the long run because kids would associate the food that they're being asked to eat, for example, vegetables or fruits, to not be good tasting because they're getting a reward for something that they want. So they're attaching vegetables and fruits with something that they have to go through to get the reward, for example. Both parents, non-picky eater parents and picky eater parents, use encouragement and praise as one of the strategies. Okay. So next factor that we investigated is, of course, the parents. Parents influence children's eating habits and the whole mealtime significantly. And when we looked at parents as factor of influence and related parenting styles to their perceived pickiness of their child, we saw that there was in fact significant differences of different parenting styles and how they perceive their child as picky. Authoritative parenting style, which combines the high warmth and high expectation, resulted in significantly lower perception of their child being picky compared to authoritarian parenting style with high expectation but low warmth and sensitivity, and permissive parenting style, which has high warmth, sensitivity, but low expectation. So both the authoritarian parenting style and permissive parenting styles resulted in more number of them perceiving their child as being picky. Further, we were able to identify using a qualitative focus group study that authoritative parenting styles would have more balance of control and independence. So they would balance out their control of what the kids can choose to eat, but let the children choose amongst the selections that they gave. And they used a lot of strategies that are positive, such as modeling. So they would be consuming fruits and vegetables and in a very positive way. For authoritarian parenting style, it's more of what they did not report that they were using was the significance than what they said they were using. So they did really not use any modeling. They didn't say that they were using modeling or positive encouragement or making the meal fun. They used more of the incentives, rewards type of strategy, and they didn't use much strategy at all, in fact. There wasn't a concern for balancing out their control over giving the choice to the kids. It was more about their controlling of the whole feeding environment. For permissive parents, it's not so much about the balance that they were concerned of, but much more about what to provide that child wants. And they were the only group of parents that explicitly said that picky eating is a learned behavior. To conclude, our findings were that there's many factors that influence picky eating, parents, environments, and we wanted to go further into peers and also environment. There's a significant correlation of parenting styles and how they perceive their child to be picky eaters, and then the resulting mealtime strategies that they would use would be significantly different across the different parenting styles. We also found that parents and also other caregivers are not good at differentiating picky behaviors, picky towards food behaviors, versus any type of behaviors that are shown at mealtime, and that they associate with any defiant type of behaviors with picky eating, which may not necessarily be a definition of picky eating.